Those who don't know me, I'm Angela. That's Reagan. I know when I sent emails to some people, I did get some people coming back asking, who the are you? And are you a scammer? But yes, that Angela.
Yeah. Are you a bot? Are you a bot?
Am I a bot?
Is Angela a bot?
That's it. And that's Reagan, my brother from another mother.
Yeah. It's so good to be on the call with you again. I mean, let me get this right. This is our first call together after the switch has been flipped. So
That's
I got it right.
Or the flip has been switched.
Yeah, it's an honor to be with you on the call. It's an honor to share the stage with you. And tonight, what we're about to share with you, for those of you who are here for the first time, is going to blow your mind. How do I know? Because it blew my mind. A year later, here I am, and I cannot stop talking about it. And I know for those of you who joined us yesterday, I'm sure you cannot stop talking about it. As I say, we received calls from the US yesterday. People are excited. I got a call from the Philippines. People are excited. It's all over the world. And we are a global community. So once again, we just want to say welcome. Welcome to the school. And can we shut off the
chat?
The
yes,
chat?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Me a bit. Yeah.
I'm going to do that chat. I mean, you know, it's a whole way of doing this. Let me quickly go in there.
Yeah.
Oh, where do I find this chat switch off thing again?
I'll do it quick. I'll do it. Give me a second.
Thank you, Christopher.
Oh, here we go. No one. There we go. Done.
Done. Thank you so much. Once again, family, you know, we welcome you to this call. I want you to know that we value your time. We value your time. You could be anywhere. What's it, a Tuesday today? You could be watching Days of Our Lives. I don't know if it's still on, or Bold and the Beautiful. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here on a Zoom call and sharing this with my sister from another mister and I. So gift of legacy, you know, we've all heard about it. I believe there's power in a name. And when I look at that name, gifting, I mean, gifting is something that we have been doing throughout our lives. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone in this call that doesn't like to receive a gift, but I'm going to speak for myself. I love receiving gifts. That word legacy, you know, we always speak about leaving a legacy for our kids. Chris and I always have this conversation because his kids are so close to his heart, and he always says that he always wants to leave a legacy for them. Now, we know that legacy is always monetary, you know, most of the time. But here at Gift of Legacy, it's not only about the money. We always say, you know, legacy is to live, give, but also to inspire. And tonight, even if you don't decide to get on board with us, we hope that we can inspire you and color your world. Now, we are gifting activity, creating abundance. Now, one more thing. If you are on this call, that tells me that you were invited to this call. It's by invitation only. And the person who invited you cares so much about you that they say, look, I can't have this on my own. I cannot celebrate this on my own. I got to go out there and invite my close friends and my family. So welcome once again to our Gift of Legacy call. Little introduction. Now,
I think I skipped something. Oh, no, is it not there? Okay.
No, you didn't. There we go. Yeah, no problem. So Gift of Legacy, or what we like to call GL, is a gifting activity with an incredible algorithm. For those of you who joined yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. It's built so that everyone can ride the boards of abundance. And if you get on board with us, you will see what that means. You'll learn all about a well-kept secret. Well, it's no longer a secret. Okay, that has changed the lives of millions worldwide. As I mentioned to you, we are global community. That is why on this call, you saw how many people from all over the world. So are you ready? Let's go. Who is it for? I know that's a question you're probably asking yourself, you know. Now, I want to ask you this question. Who is it for? I believe it's for everybody, but this is for you. Do you believe in the principle of sowing and reaping? Yes, I know it's a biblical scripture. Yes, I know it's something that we do each and every day, but is it something that you believe in? Do you believe in give and you shall receive? Do you enjoy blessing someone that you don't even know? I mean, here in South Africa, you know, we stop at a traffic light and there's normally a guy or even a lady that comes to you and asks for food or asks for money. Do you enjoy blessing those people you don't even know? And there's a big one as well. Do you want to take control of your own lives? For the past 2 years, even over 2 years, we've been battling a pandemic. Most of us have lost jobs. I have. I'm one of those people. And I thought to myself, no, I want to take control of my life. I lost one of my main streams of income. And as you know, we always do things so that our families can be stable. So there's that question. Do you want to take control of your life? Do you enjoy helping others succeed? You know, someone told me, if you want to succeed, help someone else succeed. If you answered yes to the above, we're ready to get started. What is gift of legacy? Maybe you asking that question, Riggs, I hear you about all that stuff you spoke about, but what is gift of legacy? We want you to take part in the world's most exciting gifting activity and change your life. Now remember, while helping others do the same, helping others change their life, okay? We're a global gifting activity. Now I'm gonna break this down further as we go. Gifting has blessed millions worldwide. You heard me say that before. It's peer-to-peer. Now that was one of the most important things for me. It's inspired by sacred economy. And this word that we love to mention is decentralized. It's decentralized. I'm going to break that down for you a bit further. And it's perpetual. What is perpetual, Reagan? Hold on. I'll let you know shortly. So let's break that, or let's unpack that. Okay, a global gifting activity. It's a perpetual, there's that word again, a perpetual gifting economy, uplifting communities and yourself, creating abundance and self-development together. Why self-development? Because we believe breakthrough is a door that can only be opened from the inside. So you change the inside, or you fix the inside, you're going to start to see things on the outside change. Sacred economics, okay? Financial gifting has been used around the world for centuries and successfully for over 700,000 participants in Gift of Legacy's precursor platform since 2009. In Africa, right here, the Ubuntu culture, communities helping each other, traces to the history of money from ancient gifting economies. It's 100% legal and off the mainstream system for decades. Blessed millions. Isn't that amazing? That's what we all want to do, is just bless millions, okay? Sharing of wealth into the hands of many. Now, billions of dollars get shared globally among people annually, weekly, and even daily. And I know some of you on this call can attest to that. You've received gifts yesterday, you've received gifts today, and you're going to keep receiving gifts. Okay, we want to give hope. So we want to give hope, education, and blessing people into abundance globally. How amazing is that? That we get to gift people all over the world, people that you don't even know. Decentralized, okay? This is important. I want you to listen to this, focus on this. There's no company here, no institution here. There's no broker or trader here. As I mentioned, it's peer-to-peer. It's an interactive website. Now, most of you who are part of Gift of Legacy, you know what I'm talking about. It's an interactive website managing the movement of boards in our gifting community. All you need is a computer or smartphone. WhatsApp and Telegram is essential. Someone is writing on the screen, so I'm going to ask you, please do not write on the screen, please.
I think it was Adele who just
trying to explain something to you that's going to change your life.
Otherwise, I'll stop share and reshare because it's super annoying. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. If you're watching on your smartphone, just make sure you keep your fingers away from the screen. For some reason, it happens. There we go. Back in action. We did decentralized. Peer-to-peer.
Yeah, good. Peer-to-peer, how amazing is that? Person to person. So you get, this is something that Angela and I joke around, we play around with. It's person to person, it's peer-to-peer. So if I want to gift you, guess what? I can give you a call. Like Angela will give me a call. Hey, Riggs, listen, I'm going to gift you, or you're going to gift me, right? Yes, this is how I want to receive my gifts, my brother. Talk to me. Meet me at a coffee shop, meet me with a suitcase, and I want the money in there. Now, Angela and I have that relationship. So I'll be like, okay, no problem, let's do it. It's peer to peer. So I can do that with anyone in the community if we have that mutual agreement, okay? No third party controlling the money, no tokens on a platform, and it's 100% risk-free.
And I love that, Reeves, because it's not like we need to meet wherever we're meeting with Chris and give him 10%. Yep. You know what I mean? It's like 100% goes between us.
So I laugh. I gotta be honest. When someone says that this is one of those things, when last have you seen a system where we get to give and there's no platform? So Gift of Legacy's website is a bridge from you to the person that you're going to gift and vice versa. Okay, perpetual. I love this word. You know, for me, perpetual, you'll see as we go along, I believe it's a journey. Okay, it's a journey to your passive residual income. It means ongoing, nonstop, over and over, perpetual gifting and receiving. As I said, over and over and over for generations to come. Imagine that we all want to leave a legacy for our family. Here's your chance. Gift of Legacy, or GL, as we all call it, is more than just a gifting activity, okay? No one gets left behind. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another, okay? We give from the heart. We share the love. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen it on the boards. And those of you who get started, you're going to see what we're talking about. We share the love. We guide the team. You guide your team as a group of participants on a board. You become the legend and you build your legacy. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You get to help people while helping yourself. I mean, doesn't get better than that. We're a community with the same goal. What's that goal, Reeks? We want to change lives for the better.
Yes.
That's our passion. That's what we're about. That's what we're about.
Absolutely. Now, many of you now know the answer to this question since last night. And as Chris said, we're going to be sending out some easy to follow guides after the session, because it's a lot to take in if you've only been to 1 or 2 or even sometimes 5 presentations. When you actually get into real time, it's been the most unique experience for us because, you know, many people, we've all come together in a big clump together into this new platform. And so we're trying to explain things as we're learning as well. It's not like, you know, in the precursor, people had been there since 2009. So when we joined in Jan, it wasn't like trying to figure the whole system out. We just needed to follow and do what we needed to do. So don't feel confused or don't judge yourself if you're feeling confused at this point. Just keep coming to presentations or listening to the YouTube videos. Canz and Chris have done an incredible amount of stuff to explain this to you, but I'm going to take you through it now. And also to know that we do realize that we're having a glitch with our help center, but our team is going to be on our official group helping to answer some questions. The official group is the space where the team will be, and then we're going to help you on everything that you need. But let's start with how to get started. For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. You probably know by now, because if someone invited you, you probably said, what is this thing? What do I need to pay? Like, you know, if you're anything like me, I was like, oh, how much is this what's this going to be like? So you'll know by now that to participate in Gift of Legacy, you will bring your sacred gift, because that's what it is. You're not paying someone. It's not an investment scheme. You are gifting a legend. You're gifting into someone's life. $100, 100% of that money is going to go towards someone's dream in this self-perpetual system. This is the one and only time you are ever going to take money out of your pocket. Now, as you see, you advance to the next levels, you don't take money out of your pocket again. You're going to see you'll use the gifts you receive. I'm going to show you that. And there are other exceptions to the rule, but if you have one profile, you will gift someone on that board, the legend on that board, $100. That is the one and only time you're going to take money out of your own pocket, okay? And for many of you at this point in time, if you don't have that $100, there is the opportunity to for us to also sponsor people into the system. But that's a whole nother conversation. So don't look at the $100 and limit your thinking around that even. This is a community that is embracing and changing lives, okay? So as Reek says, our gifting is purely peer-to-peer. And I can assure you that when we are on the $5,000 board, Reeks, you're going to be bringing me a suitcase of cash to the coffee shop. We'll have a smoothie. So it's purely peer-to-peer. And as we've said, 100% of all your gifts are paid directly to the legend on the board. Now, we've just done a post on this. If you are on our official group, you will see you can use PayPal. We recommend PayPal and Wise. You can do bank transfer. For those of you who do already have crypto, you are welcome to ask the person if they've also got crypto. And of course, there's many benefits to being able to share your gifts on that space. Keep in mind, though, that out of the, over 10,000 people now in this community, probably 80% don't have crypto yet because it's a new addition. And so just be cognizant of that, and that don't let that be like the only option. You know, PayPal and Wise and your bank transfers are the standard transfers. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the journey through the boards. I'm going to unpack this in a little bit more detail than usual, but it's just to explain the roles as we go through. So when you have your first board, when you enter your first time, you're going to come on in the gifter position. So right now, for those of you who've joined, if you were logging on with your inviter, not the legend, your inviter's code. What is that thing called? Referral code.
Referral link. Yeah.
Referral link.
Yep.
The person who invited you is going to share with you a referral link, and you would probably have joined via that referral link. When you arrive on the board, you're going to arrive in the position of a gifter, because that's what you're doing. You're gifting the legend on the board. When you exit this board as a legend, you're going to exit with $800. Let's have a look at what this journey looks like. We've created an orange blob just because there's so much color. Chris's favorite color is not orange. So whenever I see this orange, I always think of Chris. So when you enter with $100, as we said, it's the one and only time you take money out of your own pocket. I'm going to show you now, as you share Gift of Legacy with like-minded people who will do the same, how you will be able to advance yourself through the $100, $400, $1,600, and the $5,000 levels. You're going to look now as you move from gifter to builder to guide to legend. And we are in, whether we do it tonight or we're probably going to do it in training, we're going to unpack again for you your role in each of those positions on the boards. Here's where it gets really fun for a lot of people. On your journey through the boards, your first time through, you're going to receive gifts along the way totaling $42,700 US. Remember, you brought $100, you gifted into someone's life $100, and you are gifted in return gifts totaling $42,700. And how does it get better? When you're on the perpetual journey, your gifts will then total $49,700 US over and over and over again. So let's have a look at what this ride of your life, as we quite often refer to it as, looks like. So here's what a board looks like. You are going to enter as the gifter on the board. At this point, it is your responsibility as the gifter, when you arrive on the board, to either WhatsApp, message, or email the legend on the board, nobody else. You're getting hold of the legend on the board. When you're on the board, you go over their name, their details will pop up, and you will contact them and say, hi, I am so-and-so. I am on your bronze board. I am gifter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wherever you land. Where would you like me to send your gift? Okay, that's kind of the essence of what you're going to say. The legend, and you're going to do that within 24 to 48 hours, okay? It's really important, especially if you're the last person on the side of the board, you don't want to keep the whole board waiting. So only join when you're ready to, is what I'm actually saying. Then, once the other three, you'll see there's two hemispheres, left hemisphere, right hemisphere. You only have to worry about, at this point, your hemisphere. Don't worry about what's happening on the other side of the board. Worry about your side of the board for now. When the three other gifters are on that board, the legend will confirm those gifts, and that half of the board is going to spin, and at that point, you are going to move to the builder position. Now, as a gifter, keep in mind, you want to be thinking about who you might share this with, but you need to understand it before you're even sharing it with anyone. So it might be something that just jumps into your heart right away, and you're like, yes, I know this person and this person who's going to love it. And then you can mention it to them and bring them onto one of these calls. But it's when you get to the builder position that you really want to, at this point, bring your two invitees with you. And that's what it is. You're a builder. You're helping to build the board, build the community, and bring your favorite people, not just any random person that you find on social media, because we do not advertise ourselves on social media. You're going to invite people that you really want to journey with through these boards. Again, once you've got your two invitees and someone else on the board, the other builders got their two invitees, the legend is once again going to confirm all of those gifts, and that board's going to spin again, and now you're moving into the guide position. At this point, you really want to have had your invitees with you. At this point, you're helping the other people on the board. Helping them, it does not mean, hi, have you got your two people? And come, we want to spin this board. That's not how we operate as a community, as enthusiastic as we are. You want to, at this point, be going, how can I serve you? Builder, I see you still need your gifters. How can I help you? Do you have people? Can we do a small presentation for you? Legend, do you need any help? That's what you do as a guide. You are serving. All right. Then once you have helped your builders to bring in the next four gifters, the board is the legend's again going to confirm all of them. The board is going to spin, and wham, you are in the center, ma'am, right in the center. And now you can care about what's happening on the whole board. Okay. At this point, it becomes super fun because you've gifted, give and receive, the ebb and flow. You've gifted. You have formed part of the community. You've helped build the community. And now it's your turn to receive. At this point, legend, you're going to just hang 10 for a moment and give the other positions on the board a moment to invite their invitees. And as that happens, you will see all 8 of these positions are going to start coming in. Not necessarily in that order. They could hop around. They could be in different positions on either side. But when all 8 are in, well, I mean, once the one side is full, you'll be able to confirm those and it'll spin on the other side. But at this point, you are then going to have received $800 in gifts, and you will be able to advance to the next level. I'm going to move you through the rest of the boards to show you what it looks like. But that structure is exactly what we do on every single one of the boards. We gift into someone's life. We help to build, then we help to guide, and then we receive. And then we go back to gift again. So once you've received your $800, here's what you do. You keep back $400, because we said you don't bring any more of your own money now. You're going to use your gifts, and you're going to use 400 of those gifts to advance yourself to a gifter position on the silver board. And at the same time, and this is when it starts getting super fun, you're going to take $100 and you're going to enter the perpetual bronze cycle, which means that you're keeping in your pocket $300 US, which is fantastic. If you thought that you brought 100, you've got all that you need to move into the rest of the boards and into the perpetual boards, and you still get to keep $300. So what does a perpetual board mean? What does it look like? It means now you've already gone through your first $100 board. You are advancing to the silver board. So now you don't have to re-enter. You don't have to use any funds to again advance yourself. Now you're just re-entering the perpetual cycle as Reagan was explaining. So every time you go through a perpetual board now, you gift the legend on the board, because that's what we do. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a pyramid where someone sits at the top and just receives. No, once we receive, we go back down to gifting again. So every time you gift, you'll get to the legend position, you're going to receive your $800. And this time, you only need $100 to re-enter. And so you're going to keep $700 every single time. Even though you're on the other boards now, that's happening there, you will always be receiving on this board as long as you are faithful in gifting and receiving over and over and over and over again. But now let's look at the fun that's happening once you advance to the silver board, because now it gets super, super fun. I love the silver board. I remember the silver board very well in our precursor. I love the $400 board. So you enter the $400 board again as a gifter. And when you exit this time, you're going to exit with $3,200. How come? Because when you exit as a legend, you're going to receive $400 times 8 from the 8 gifters on the board. Now, at this point, you're again going to hold back some to advance yourself to the next level. In this case, it's $1,600 you're going to use to advance yourself onto the gold board. But this is the fun part. You want to now send yourself into the perpetual cycle where you can just go over and over. So you're going to keep 400 as well to enter the perpetual silver cycle, and you're going to keep in your pocket $1,200. In South Africa, you can times that by 15 plus. The Rand ain't doing so great at the moment. We're loving the fact that this is a global community that, that works in US dollars. It's a great currency to be working in. All righty. And so the same will be true here, except look at this amazingness. Once you are in the legend position here, you would have gifted your 400. You receive 3,200 in gifts. Now you don't have to advance yourself again because you've already done that. So now you're just re-entering. You're using $400 of your gifts every time, and you're going to keep $2,800 over and over and over and over and over again. Let's have a look at the gold board. Same scenario. You enter this time with $1,600. And look at this. You exit with $12,800. Again, that's because you're receiving 8 times $1,600 from the 8 gifters that come onto the board. That doesn't mean again that it's going to happen all in one go. You might get a gift today, you might get one tomorrow, and you might get one next week. As I said earlier, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It is a gifting activity. When there are gifters ready to gift you, they're going to gift you, and when it's your turn to receive on this board, you'll total $12,800. Okay, let's have a look at what we do with these gifts on the first round. We're going to take that $12,800. You're going to hold back $5,000 this time. Cannot wait to gift for the first time on the $5,000. Yeehaw. And you're also going to keep $1,600 to enter the perpetual gold cycle. You're keeping, although it feels like a big chunk this time that you're gifting, you're still getting to keep $6,200 in your pocket. I'm definitely not going to be saying no thanks to that. Let's have a look at, again, though, at the perpetual board. So now, this time, instead of keeping the 6,800, every single time you cycle through, because it's just perpetual, you just have to use 1/6 every time, you will keep $11,200 every single time we have a perpetual board opens and closes. And here is the board that I can't wait for Reeks to gift me on, or vice versa. It's the $5,000 platinum board. You're entering with $5,000, and yep, just blink and look again, you're exiting with $40,000. And because this is the last board within the structure as we have it right now, all you're going to do, it's already perpetual, because actually all you're going to do is hold back 5,000, and you're just going to be rotating on that board, 5,000 every time, and you keep $35,000 every single time. If you work that out on your computer now, you will be bouncing about. So for those of you who are on the $5,000 board already, so excited to be there. And of course, every single level is special because Every single level you're learning about this community, and you're making community. We are communing. On the bronze board, it's where you start. It's where you meet the people who you're going to journey with. So all the more reason to start building community, being kind, being generous, being helpful, because you're going to be traveling with us for a very long time. In fact, you can will this to someone one day. So, we're here to stay. First bronze board, entering with 100, exiting with 800. Silver, entering with 400, exiting with 3,200. Gold, entering with 1,600, exiting with 12,800. And platinum, entering with 5,000, exiting with 40,000. How does it get better than that? Let's have a recap, and then I'm going to tell you how, because that's your first time through the boards. You're going to receive $42,700. That's what you keep in your pockets after you've used gifts to advance yourself. That is not bad going. But here's how it gets even better, is that once you're in the perpetual cycles, you're going to receive $49,700. Now, truly, just actually grab your phone and Google what that exchange rate is and look at how powerful that is if you're not used to working in USD. What I can tell you is that's like a 501% return on your $100 gift. Yes, please. Everyone who wants to say yes, pop your hand up for that.
Oh,
all right.
Amazing,
so,
amazing.
yeah. So, Reeks, will you take us through a couple of guidelines so I can have a quick slide of
Let's do it. Thank you so much for that, Angela. I'm sure for some people it is just so much to take in, because you're looking and you're thinking, okay, I enter with $100 and I exit with $800. How do I do the math? How do you explain that? But thank you so much, Ange, for explaining that to us. And I'm sure there are some people on this call that are going to come back tomorrow because they're going to be like, I didn't understand that, but this is recorded. So, and we have a presentation tomorrow, so you can come back and be blown away. Now, we all know that, there's no secret to success. Everything you do, there is a system. So there's a system to success, okay? Now, let me show you our system or our activity guideline, right? The first cycle, in order to advance, okay, from the bronze board to the rest of the boards, okay, you're required to invite 2 people. Okay, you're required to invite. Why would you want to keep this to yourself? Okay, spread it across the world like we are all doing. Okay, if you cannot, you're welcome to gift in 2 people by offering to activate their positions. Riggs, what does that mean? Is that you have reached the legend on the board. You don't have 2 people, but there are 2 people that are super excited to join. You are more than welcome to gift them in to the community. How amazing is that? Remember, we said that it's always help others while helping yourself. Okay. Now, as I said, there's a system. So if you do not follow this system or you do not follow these guidelines, you won't be able to advance to the silver board, that board that Anne spoke about. She remembers it's an exciting board because you start to see that the gifts are starting to grow. So you want to advance. We found that it is said that most people, they aren't happy because of the money they have or don't have. It's because they don't progress. That's why they are unhappy, most people, okay? You will also not have access to your bronze perpetual board. Remember what I said about that perpetual board, okay? It's your journey to passive residual income. And we all want that. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. What excites me the most is that most of those millionaires live on 1 stream of income. Okay, let's have a look at that perpetual as well. To activate that perpetual board, you need to follow the guidelines or the system that apply to the first cycle. Okay, when you become the legend, that part of the board where you start to receiving gifts, okay, and 8 gifters have been confirmed, you'll then be able to access that amazing perpetual board, okay? This allows you to become a gifter again on a board with the same value as the one you just finished, as well as become a legend of the board again. This cycle can be repeated over and over and over, okay? Remember, you're not required to bring in more people once you advance, okay? As long as you brought in, now remember we say it's minimum of 2 people. Minimum of 2 people. I'm going to tell you what I have. I have 20 people who are begging me to get started. And because I've been so busy with support and stuff like that, I've been holding them off. Okay. So what am I saying? Okay, is that minimum of 2 people, but you're more than welcome to share this with as many people as possible. Okay. And the only money you ever took, remember that the only money you ever took out of your pocket was your unconditional gift of $100 gifted to the legend on the board. How amazing is that? A system for success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what makes Gift of Legacy unique, Reeves?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's asking, but why? Why GL? Why Gift of Legacy? Why? As Anne says, what makes it unique? It's user-friendly, okay? You have a, look at this, you have a unique personal profile. You get to log onto Gift of Legacy website and you have your own personal profile, which is informative and easy to use, okay? And everything you need to succeed will be in at the tip of your fingertips. You know what that means? Is that there are tools on that website. There's training on that website. Everything you need to succeed is on that profile and on that website. Okay, it's a fail-safe system. GL, or Gift of Legacy, has various methods in its algorithm that keeps the boards moving. No one gets left behind. Now, I want to explain that to you. Okay, remember, in order for the boards to move, we need people on the boards. Money doesn't move the boards, people move the boards, okay? So the algorithm has been set up in a way that when the board slows down, the system helps to move that board by adding people from the community onto that board. That's the fail-safe system. It's an innovative algorithm. This groundbreaking algorithm takes care of the new participants while rewarding the existing participants. Thanks to the development team for that, okay? Cross-pollination. Now, as we said, we are a global community, okay? All perpetual boards activate in a global pool with the entire GL community. The amazing thing about that is that I had to give someone in Switzerland today. Now, how amazing is that? I get to gift someone I don't know in Switzerland, okay? I landed on that person's board. I mean, how amazing is that, okay? Simple guidelines, or I like to say a simple system. All participants have to adhere to the guidance in order to continue. This ensures a higher reward rate for everyone, okay? Not limited to 2 invitees. I mentioned that each profile must have a minimum of 2 invitees, and in order to progress through the boards, although there's no limit to the amount of people you can invite. I got a call today from a lady, and she said, look, I need to fill that board up. Can I? I said, you're more than welcome to fill that. Oh, but I thought it's just 2. And she filled that board up. I got a call from another guy that put 8 gifters in at 4 o'clock this morning. 4 o'clock this morning, I was chatting to him. 8 gifters in. The fast track system, this is a system that will be added in the next phase. Can you hear me there, Ange?
Next phase.
Did you lose? Oh, okay. Did you lose me there? No.
No.
Okay, fast track. GL has multiple strategies to assist you to move ahead faster should you wish to. Okay, there is a training video. Okay, we have a YouTube channel. There is a training video that covers that in depth. The support bot. Now, most of you know, I'm sure you can see why Angela and I are so tired, because we've also played a major role. Yeah, major role in supporting the community, because that's what it's about. You know, today I sat with a few friends in the community, and we were talking about how everyone has come together to make this a success. And then I got a call from a friend of mine, and he said, but hey, how come you're doing this? You know, you don't work for this. I said, it's not a company first. He said, but you don't work for them. You don't get paid. I said, it's not about that. I'm doing this because I'm committed to a community. I do not work for Gift of Legacy. It's not a company, as we mentioned. Nobody pays me a salary to be here. We're doing this because we want to support our family and our community. Okay.
Yes.
So remember the support bot at the moment, we are all the support bot, but soon it's going to be added on the system. And at any time, you'll be able to get your questions answered, okay? Important. Now, this is a little bit of a disclaimer as well, okay? Now, remember, I can take you, and I love to say this, I can take you to any gym all over the world, okay? I'll take you to that gym that has equipment that's worth $1 million, but I can't guarantee that you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Flex Wheeler, any of those bodybuilders. I can't even guarantee that you will jump on the treadmill. This is exactly what we are saying. It is important to understand there are no guarantees. You know, I like to say, what you put in is what you get out. You will not be rewarded for the work that you did not do. Okay. The success or failure of any participant will depend on your willingness to help others and follow the ethical principles of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure compliance to tax laws in your country. Come on, you know, this is something that Candace loves to say. Take
Reeves, I think we've just lost
within your.
Oh, we just lost you for a gap. It's that big storm that's happening outside here.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry about that. I don't have any control over that, but you need to take control of your life. Go and search, you know, the county or the country that you're in. Search the laws, okay? And check compliance to the tax laws, as I mentioned, okay? Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform with no third-party affiliation. Now, I want to just pause for a moment, and I want you to focus on that. Okay, this is not a system where you are connected to someone else and that person decides, hey, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, I'm going to manage your accounts for you. We do not do that here at Gift of Legacy. It's a decentralized platform. Okay, no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third party, okay, please listen to this, or part of a package, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer. No funds ever get paid to our platform or any platform, okay? All gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted when you land on the Legends board. Now, I want you to focus on that. Pay attention to that. We are peer-to-peer, person-to-person, okay? That is very, very important.
Yeah, because I think it is a really important point to make, because we have, you know, discovered in the last little while as many people migrated, and there were a number of people on here that don't actually know, that they're even here, but they don't even know what it's about because someone else had made promises that were not theirs to make. So it's really important to know that if that's happened to you, we're so sorry, but that's not who we are as a community. We are peer-to-peer, person-to-person. You don't need to go through anyone else. And I mean, it's great if you've got friends who are helping you, and many people are managing boards, and you know, that's great to do. But just be aware of where you gift your sacred gift. Be aware of where you're sending that to, okay? So thank you very much for joining us tonight. As we were saying, like, that's a lot to take in. I remember, I mean, Petra, who's one of our presenters, she was my second invitee back in the day, a year ago.
About a year ago now.
Yeah, now it's like already that. And I just remember when, you know, it was months where she would constantly say to me, I'm so sorry, but can you just tell me this one thing again? Don't judge yourself. You cannot possibly understand everything about gifting and gifting communities and about Gift of Legacy on one viewing. Come back, speak to the person who invited you, and chat to us, and we will do everything we can to give you everything you need to make an informed decision about whether this is the place you would like to be.